Hey, welcome back. Today, we're doing a little bit of shiny hunting once again in Pokemon Flux. It's been a bit. That's the wrong save file. Alright, well, it's been a bit since we've been at this. I feel like I say that every time, but it's true every time, isn't it? So yeah, welcome back everybody. We're still doing the reset grind. My counter is not tracking. There we go. Still doing the reset grind. I missed the why is it defaulting to my main account? 4, 5. Like why is it defaulting to why are you defaulting to my casual playthrough? It's because I saved after I picked up that. That should do it. Yo, this is the one that's most recently saved now, right? It's no more defaulting to the other one. It's probably doing that because I picked up the mystery gift for this month. There we go, yeah. Just because it was the most recently saved. Gotcha. But yeah, how are you guys doing? I hope you're all doing good. I am in finals. See, good old college finals. It's great. I've had a stress headache for like 2 days, and my brain's been leaking out of my ear for like a week. It's fun. It's a fun time. Real fun time. Doesn't help that I've got one of my I have 2 finals that are like actual tests, and I have one that's a paper. And oh, this paper. Like he wants this thing to be like 12 pages. And I'm seeing how he can want that, but I'm also only seeing myself being able to write like 10 at most. So hopefully I get a good mark in it. I just need to pass this course so I can graduate, man. That's all I need. That's all I need. I don't care about the fucking points at this point. I really don't. Just need the class. Just need the credits. That's it. And then I'm out of here, and I get to go back home to a different college and do the other half of my degree, because this school fucked me over, which was oh so cool. So cool. Honestly, I would not recommend this fucking universe. The only reason I don't name it is because I don't want to dox myself, okay? I do not recommend this university. As much as I love the teachers here, holy shit. Like, I don't think anything's gonna top the fucking strike. Holy shit. Like, I had a semester where they striked from just before midterms to I'm pretty sure the semester ran long because the strike ended when finals were supposed to start. And they still had they gave us like 2 weeks of a cram course, if I remember correctly. It was fucking great. The only good thing to come of that is one of my teachers said something that I don't think he was supposed to say, because he flat out admitted that the fucking premier for my province stuck his stupid fucking nose into it and made it worse. Oh, God. But I mean, hey, that's just another reason I hate Kenny. Oh. But yeah, I'm getting out of here. I'm getting out of here with the part of my degree that I needed from here. Plan was to get both parts here, but they decided that all those failed courses I had from when I tried to be a biologist, they decided we're going to keep those on your GPA along with everything else. So we just tank your GPA with like 5 zeros. And even though you were at a 2.7 before you transferred, because of that, you're actually at like a 1.6. And it will require 2 fucking years of 4.0s to I don't even think 2 years. I think it was like 12 4.0s I needed. But yeah, it would be about 2 years, wouldn't it? Year and a half, somewhere on. It was fucking stupid, man. And the worst part is, I had a 2.7 at my old college before I transferred here. I transferred here. I got my GPA here to a 2.6. But because of all the zeros they transferred, then my old school wasn't counting, because they were when I tried to do an entirely different fucking major. I got shafted. So fun. So fucking cool. Oh. But I mean, let's talk about something fun, chat, better, more lighter of a subject matter than my grievances with the education system. Oh, the manga chapters that came out this week were pretty good. Mama Yu Yu wrapped up. It died as it lived, avoiding fight scenes with everything it fucking had. I'm gonna miss the character. I hope that guy gets another manga published, because he actually has pretty good character design and interesting ideas. Because like, Mommy Yu Yu's pitch was great. He just kind of flubbed its execution. Kagurabachi remains peak. If you guys are not reading that, go read it. Holy shit. It's so good, man. Like, it's good. Oh boy. There's no Ruri Dragon this week. I've been reading the new My Hero Academia chapters, even though I'm like stupid behind on the series. I'm honestly impressed by how long they've drawn the final fight out. Because at this point, And correct me if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure this is like two solid printed volumes of just Deku fighting All For One. Or one, yeah, All For One, yeah. Like, it's been like 14 chapters of this one fight. I know it's the fucking conclusion of the series, but holy shit, man. Wrap it up, please. Please, I beg of you, wrap that series up. Free up the space for something new. Although I guess there's probably going to be a new series next week, ain't there? Because Mama Yu Yu wrapped up. And Ruri Dragon has stopped being published physically. It's shown Plus now. Yeah, there's going to be some new stuff. Speaking of new stuff, Dear Anemone, however the hell you pronounce that, it it's like just getting to its premise, I think, and we're at like chapter 7. So I think that series is dead. Like this guy's either really confident or it's a very slow burn, and I think that's going to kill it. Like straight out of the gate. Because I don't know, it's interesting. It's just dragging its feet through everything, man. Like I read a chapter and it feels like a third of a chapter in any other series, honestly. Like I legitimately feel like if somebody were to go in and rewrite it, we could probably get to the exact same point we're at now by chapter 4. Ugh. What else is there? Wild Straw. I've been reading Wild Strawberry. That's pretty decent. It's a better paced Dear Anemone because it's got the like body horror aspects going, and but is that it's actually going places. It's actually like developing the plot at a reasonable pace. Huh. What am I reading? I'm missing one. Am I? That's probably not a good sign for how memorable it is if I'm sitting here going, I'm missing one, what was it? Oh, there was one other. Crap, I can't remember what it was. I guess that goes to show how memorable it was, doesn't it? Yeah, it was a pretty good week overall. I mean, kind of sucks Mommy Yu Yu ended, but like that series wasn't gonna make it like 30. It did its thing. Honestly, even if it did have the numbers, I'm pretty sure the writer just sat down and was like, yeah, I'm not making it very far, I better wrap this up now. Like, I don't even think there was a way he could continue the story after like chapter 20. It's pretty locked into an ending there. I mean, it was decent. like I don't know, because like it had such a good premise, and I don't really feel like it did enough with it. Because like, yeah, I don't know, he dropped the ball, but I mean, it was his first published work, I think. So I mean, I don't think anybody's ever written anything like stupendous on their first go. Like shit, look at even JoJo wasn't good in part one. Like, oh god, Phantom Blood. Like, even Phantom Blood wasn't great when JoJo started. Like, it didn't get decent until Battle Tendency, and it didn't even really get good until Crusaders. So, like, I mean, yeah, dude's first work. Hope he comes back. Same with the Hunters Guild guy. I don't think I've seen anything from him, like a second series from him yet. Hopefully he comes back. I enjoyed Red Hood. It was a decent read. Well, although technically I'm still reading it. I've got the last volume to go. Oh. Ugh. 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 Ah. What else is there? Oh yeah, I guess we could talk about like how the schedule's going to change. So I want to change up the schedule once I'm like moved back. I think the littlest thing is probably going to be that the bi-weekly thing is going to disappear because I won't be driving and visiting family every other weekend because I'll be in the same town as them, so it'll be a-okay. Don't have to do that. It means weekly shiny hunts, weekly weekly Honkai. I need a wrap up COD. Really need a wrap up COD. Get that off the fucking table so you can just work on Honkai. I kind of want to add another day. Probably. What are we now? Monday, Wednesday, Friday? Probably Thursday? Where we can. Like, there's a couple games I've forgotten about and have just left unfinished. We'd use Thursday as a way to like wrap those up. And then it's just a third slot for the current game. And we can make it like a flex spot for if any new game comes out and I still need to finish up what we're currently doing. That could work. Like if Crow County comes out while I'm still... That comes out in... if I'm still in Radiata, honestly. I don't think we should be. We should have Radiata finished before May. It would probably be if Crow Country comes out while I'm still doing Haunting Grounds. Ugh. Or, I think I might change the next RPG. Because Ayuden Chronicles comes out in like 2 weeks, I think. So I think after Haunting Grounds, we're going to play through Rising and then 100 Heroes instead of SMT5. is the game plan, and then from my Uden Chronicles into Crow Country, and then we do SMT5, which should hopefully be before Vengeance comes out, because that was the goal for putting SMT there. I was actually going putting 5 ahead of Nocturne and Digital Devil Saga. Oh, speaking of stream plans, there was something new I wanted to introduce that had a little bit of a backlog. So I need to see, how's my computer do? I've been having memory problems with my computer. I think it's because of the ungodly amount of Chrome tabs I have open. But like, okay, I usually load my computer up on way too much memory. And I've got way too many fucking Chrome tabs open. I never understood what people meant by like Chrome is a resource hog until I started trying to clean up my Chrome tabs with Task Manager open. And especially since they updated it. They updated Chrome a little bit ago to show the memory usage of each tab. Those two things together have shown me what people mean. Because those memory readings Chrome gives you, there's no fucking way those are accurate. I have closed tabs that Chrome has told me are taking up 700 megabytes. And my memory usage goes down like 200. I don't know where the other 500 went. I don't think Chrome does either. Chrome just kept it. It's super weird, man. Like, and like cleaning up tabs more often than not results in more memory being used somehow. Right? Like, I shouldn't close 20 tabs and have Chrome's memory usage go up. Like, oh man. But that is an unrelated tangent to the thing. Because I just brought it up because I need to open a new program to do the thing I want to add to the streams. It's got a backlog. But my computer's currently sitting at fucking 88% memory somehow. I don't understand it. I'll be honest, I don't. Chrome just takes as much memory as it sees fit and reluctantly gives it up when the memory usage starts getting high. This Pokemon's for you. Dun, dun, dun. How are we doing with memory now that this is open? Only 89? That's good. Start up. Dun, 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 dun. Scrap. Crash. New source. What does it count as? Does it count as like, looks like game source can pick it up. It definitely wouldn't be browser source. But, So pop. Window capture might work. Window capture, no. That one, there it is. Put that behind for now. It needs to be resized. Holy shit, it's big. Zoom. Come on, fit it to the. Yeah, hand over the Pokemon. Cool, great. Yeah, there we go. You can kind of see it. Hold on, I'm still trying to. Is it not? I looked up the. Man, don't make me. I thought I had the. I had it. Oh man. So, transform. Fit it to the screen. Hold on. I looked this up. I thought I had it. We're gonna leave him idling for a second. Don't worry about it. It's an RNG manip. OBS capture. Alt, not okay. Gotcha, I had the key wrong. Okay, check this out. RNG manip, perfect RNG manip. Shiny. Damn it. So grab this. All. There we go. There we go. We're doing it. Pop. What's up, dude? Get the minion. Pop. Oh. That in. That in. There we go. We got it. God, why can't I do? I should have set this up before stream. I didn't fucking think to. I didn't fucking think to, man. Oh god. I'll hide that for now. We'll do it when we hit 850. But when we hit 1850, I will show you what this is, and we will go through it. God, I can't fucking do anything. Oh, I should have that set up. You'd think that would be the reason why I was 2 hours late, but no, it was me sitting here comatose trying to congeal my fucking brain back together enough to form sentences to talk to you guys. Oh. Because my finals are killing me, man. Whoa. Oh. And yeah, like my magic play group at the college just stopped meeting because of finals, which sucks because I just printed off a playtest for my newest deck. And I haven't gotten to fucking try it out yet. I should like ask in the Discord if anybody wants to meet up this week to play. Cause I really want to try this thing out. It's jank like all of my decks. But it has the potential to be the single evilest thing I've built in Magic. Because so my new deck is a Baron Glory deck, which means my win con is me only having one card on the field and in my hand, which means my deck has a lot of land destruction. And more importantly, my deck has a lot of land destruction that hits everybody. Which, if you've ever played Magic, you would know is everybody's favorite card effect. You know, people see land destruction and they go, "Oh, thank God." You know, I think I had too much mana, honestly. Thank you for doing that. And then they punch you in the throat and drag you into the alley. Right? So this is a deck that shouldn't get me jumped, but very much can get me jumped. And that's kind of why I wanted to playtest it with people I know instead of breaking it out with people I've never met. Because honestly, as much as I like to playtest that, find a new that's not going to help me find a new group. That is going to get me jumped in the alley behind my local game store. I think I'd have to hit a new group with my Ormos deck, which it is. To be fair, my Ormos deck is my favorite, just because it's so stupid, but it works so beautifully, chat. The deck's entire game plan is to draw cards. And that's it. There's no Laboratory Maniac, Jason... No, it's not Mind Sculptor. Wielder of Mysteries? Is that the Jason wins from no cards in the library? But it's no Laboratory Maniac, no Thassa's Oracle shenanigans, no Jace. It just draws cards. And it is a terrifying powerhouse. Oh. I have legitimately drawn over half of my deck in one turn using that using that deck. It is beautiful. It does exactly what it wants to. And it I haven't kept track of win-loss rate, but it's a pretty decent deck in my opinion. Mainly because I've noticed something with my deck building habits. And it's that I consistently rely on being the least threatening person at the table until I'm in a position to win. Like, nobody looks at the mono blue player who has pure card draw and isn't counterspelling everything you try to do and goes, "Oh yeah, that's the biggest threat." No, they're looking at the guy who's playing like a Tally or Kenrith. And they're like, "Oh, that's the threat." And then Ormos just you know, draws 60 cards and buffs the hell out of the Chasm Skulker. And just obliterates somebody. Oh, I love that deck. My Greasefang one's also pretty decent too. It's shout out to 40k for bringing in just absolutely broken vehicles. Oh, because everybody... Oh, when I first brought that out, it was great. Because everybody was looking at me kind of funny for running vehicles. And then Reaver Titan hit the battlefield. And oh boy, Reaver Titan. That is a fun card. Man. Oh. Oh, I can't wait to find a new play group to subject to my bullshit. My jank bullshit. My beautiful, beautiful janky bullshit. Like, I think the best example of how janky of decks I build is I have a deck with 10 lands. And that's not like some dual-sided sorcery land card shenanigans. No, it has 10 lands. Because it's a Thrumming Stone Relentless Rats deck. And oh man, it's fun. It's real fun. The only problem, the only problem with my Relentless Rats deck is I have it in Dimir for for the backup combo in case Thrumming Stone gets dealt with. And there's no Dimir commander that is a rat. Actually, you know what? I should see if Hoko takes commissions. 'Cause I could get Hoko to draw me a rat and a dragon onesie for the art because the commander I use is Saloomgar just because flying protection, steal an opponent's threat. It's a decent stopgap for a deck that really doesn't have a good thematic commander. The second they print a legendary rat in Dimir, that's becoming the commander. It doesn't matter if it's a fucking pay 10 mana, lose the game effect. Like, I'm running the rat for my rat deck. Like, yeah, I could. I should see how much Hoko would charge for that. Yeah, I should do that. Again, nice little rat and a dragon onesie to replace Sloomgar. Oh man. And then finally, every creature in my deck would be every creature in their rat deck would be a rat. As God intended. Ugh. No. Cool. You know, I should really watch these streams back because I just sit here and I start talking and I don't notice how many Pokemon we go through, and that I know it's probably just like my brain entering a flow state, but like it worries me because I worry I've just like zoned out clean past shinies. Oh, which is always a concern, but look at that. We're at 850, which means behold. It's that background actually looks terrible. Hold on, I'm just gonna make that a solid color. Bop. There we go. I'll do something better for the background. But behold, the blueprint for my it's just it's behind the sidebar pieces. Like that. There we go. So this chat is a little ranking graphic I made to rank up all of the video games we play in it. I guess I was thinking of resetting it yearly. But like I guess it would be for like everything. But in order to do it yearly, we have to add all of the games we've played this year so far. So got all of them hidden. and Sparkle, get that minion, and then we'll do a little bit of RNG manipulating while I go through this with you guys. So just boot it up. We'll stand right here. Okay, so as you can see, we've got a 2-axis and a 1-axis. We've got the gameplay going from peak to jank derogatory. Very important distinction. Because jank affectionate would go like right here. This is where like the janky ass, this is where like I Divine Cyromancy would rank for gameplay. Then we have the story. We got, you know, Kino, peak cinema right up here. And then we have, you know, playing it for the plot. The plot, you know. And then we have the art. You know, we have the next Mona Lisa because I couldn't think of anything funny to put there. If you got suggestions, let me know. I'll change it. And then we have a left-handed MS Paint doodle. And let's just go through all the games. So we got Silent Hill. The Silent... What fucking thing are we grabbing? Silent Hill. There we go. So, Silent Hill. It was pretty average gameplay. And the story was alright. Silent Hill goes right there. Hold on, pick a layer. There we go. And then art, and I mean, it's set up a lot of, I think Silent Hill 1 is just kind of an average game, honestly. Silent Hill 2, on the other hand. Silent Hill 2, it was a pretty Kino story. Gameplay puzzles were a lot better. Put it right about there. Art, I think we want Silent Hill 2. Actually, let me move these up a bit so they're like resting on the line. Give them more room for down there. Silent Hill 3. So it went back to the combat focus of Silent Hill 1. Just felt kind of worse. I'm gonna move it over here a bit. Story was decent. We'll put Silent Hill 3 like right there. Aesthetics. I think firmly in the middle between the two. Between 1 and 2. Short message. The newest Silent Hill game. It was a walking simulator. It had an okay story. Right about there. I think that the short message is tied with Silent Hill 1. And the last game, Tales of Arise. That is the whole ass background. Good God, can we actually... Thank you. So, it had pretty decent gameplay. In terms of story, it was a... We'll put it like there. Art, like, no, that looks a bit too, like there-ish. A little better than Silent Hill 2. A little better than Silent Hill 2. It had some pretty scenery. The story was a Tales game. It was a Tales game, you know. I say that when I've only played 2 Tales games, but it really fell apart there at the end. The only reason I'm not actively mad about it is because Vesperia did the same thing. And I was at least able to follow what the hell happened. In Arise, I think I said this during the Arise playthrough, I completely lost track of what the hell the story was going for in Vesperia, and that being my only reference for Tales games. I mean, it kind of just makes me primed to accept that as a story. But like the characters in Arise were good. They were all relevant to the story. I can't really say that about everybody in Vesperia. I keep comparing it to Vesperia because it's the only benchmark I have for that series. Ugh. And like, yeah, it had a smaller party size, but like at least everybody was relevant to the story. Like there weren't characters like Patty who were relevant for like 2 plot beats and then they just became a face in the background of every cutscene. So yeah, I'd say it was like a 7 out of 10. I know Tales fans are mad about that game because it changed a bunch of stuff from the series. Apparently. I don't have an in-depth enough understanding of the series to confirm or deny that. I can't really say. We might play Berseria. That's how you pronounce it, I think. So who knows? Maybe my opinions of Arise will change after we play Berseria. As I continuously fumble pronouncing that game. God. But yeah, I figured, you know, we could add every game we play this year onto that chart. And then, like, I don't know, we could probably move that into, like, a tier list. Or something. Because, like, hold on, let me pull it back up. Let me refresh this. Pull it back up. So, like, give me my mouse. If we say, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then cut this in half, 5, 6. How many combos would that be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 8. We'd have to cut the tier list in like 8 sections. And then just like rank them. You know? That might be a fun little year-end thing for us to do. I don't know. What? Minion. It's either that or we like just shrink all the icons down real small so we can fit a whole shitload of games in there and just keep adding to it. As time goes, see how much of a cluttered mess it becomes. So honestly, it's already kind of cluttered. I might shrink down the icons after stream. But save that and close it. Yeah, get out of here. Thank you. But yeah, we'll be adding like Radiata stories onto that when we finish it. And if there's games with multiple endings we're gonna go back to, like the first 2 Silent Hills, we'll adjust their rankings as we go through the endings, you know? Probably give separate spots to DLCs though. So like when we go to do Beyond the Dawn for Tales of Arise, we'll give that its own ranking. It's still just the same minion, dude. Like, holy crap, we're at 1865. Ugh. The Europeans are scrambling over who gets to control Africa, and you're still not handing over any shiny minions, man. Come on. I would go back and add like every game we've played on stream, but some of those are so old, like old in my memory. That yeah, I think it would warrant like a second playthrough if I actually wanted to be accurate about them. Because like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I would rank the older games. Well, because like the ones we've done this year are like fresh in my mind. I've still got pretty like good memory of how they all went, stories and everything. Can't really say that about like Chibi Robo or Time Splitters. But yeah, so we'll be keeping that up as we go along. I think it's a fun little thing for us to do. You know? I feel like I'm saying you know too much. Am I saying you know too much, chat? Or it's not like there's a chat here to call me out on it, is there? That's what I thought. See, nobody's gonna call me out because there's nobody here. And we're an hour in. The VOD viewers aren't the VOD watchers aren't even here anymore. They tap out like 20 minutes in when I'm still rambling. They get 20 minutes in and they're like, enough with this dude's fucking yapping. But like, what do you want me to do? Sit here in silence as we fucking reset grind Pokemon? It's the... Literally, we're doing the worst shiny hunting method right now. Like, what do you want? What do you want from me? Ugh. Speaking of, we're nearly at odds, so hopefully this isn't too much longer. Oh. You know what we need to do? We have, of course, the tradition when we do this, which is we gotta check in on how 40 Cakes is doing. Bop, bop. Well, let me grab that poor bot's stream real quick on my phone. Let's see how this bot's doing. Are we still C-Dot hunting? We are. Holy crap, man. 23,000 C-Dots, and they still haven't found the second shiny. Man. This dude's just straight up unlucky, man. Holy crap. What are we at? 351 total shinies. Last one was nearly a day ago, a Lotad. Lotad number 67. We've got 14 Ralts. 13 Ralts in the time it's taken to get one C-Dot. Oh my god. 109 Piss Dogs. 81 Wormples. 47 Zigzagoons. Nearly 3 million total encounters. Oh my god. And this isn't even the last C-Dot they need to get. There's gonna be a third one the second he gets access to a Leaf Stone. Oh no. Oh. We might honestly finish at my god-awful pace faster than this thing gets its first badge. Actually, scratch. We might finish the shiny hunt for this game. Full stop. All 3 episodes. Before this thing's at like badge 4. Oh man. If you're watching the VOD and you're still here at this point, leave a comment saying how many badges you think the 40 cake spot is going to be at by the time we're done episode 1. Do you think they'll have finally gotten that second C-Dot before we get Aerapin? Actually, no, Aerapin isn't the last one. We're gonna have to decide if Cell Kid or Lunapup is gonna be the last one we get. I guess we could do either or. I don't know. But Aerapin's definitely gonna be one of the big blocks in this run. Oh man. That and Trubbish. Trubbish is another one. Actually, Trubbish is the more pressing one because he's in this leg. Aerapin doesn't come up until the second leg. Or stage of this run. Oh boy. Up. Yeah. God, I wish this game had turbo just to help speed this up. Up. Yeah. Come on. And over. No. No dice. Unfortunate. What? Ugh. What? We're nearly at 1900. What? Oh. Wow. Wayne Minion. Oh. Yeah, since we're talking about manga, I've still got like a ton of manga volumes to read on my shelf, man. Oh man, I should at least read one of those after stream tonight. Probably JoJo. I should really finish part 4. Like, they've got fucking part 6 hardcover's coming out now. Oh yeah, speaking of the JoJo hardcovers, I was having this conversation with one of my roommates about the fucking terrifying wall that is One Piece. And I'll be honest, I would probably start reading One Piece if they started doing hardcovers. Like the JoJo hardcovers. If they started doing that for One Piece, I'd read it. The big thing that puts me off of reading One Piece is just the fucking, like, oh, you want to read One Piece? Well, there's 112 volumes. Like, that series basically requires its own fucking bookshelf, man. I say that, like, and like, that's the I don't think about that with actually, I probably don't think about that with JoJo because it's divided into parts. Ugh. So like, yeah, there's like what 1,200 chapters of One Piece, but with JoJo, it's just like, oh yeah, you know, part 1 had 30 chapters, part 2 had 50, part 3 had like 95, part 4 has like 110. Like it builds up, but you don't think about it because the numbers keep resetting. I think that's also the thing with like why I have such an easier time reading Marvel comics than DC comics. Because DC keeps their numbers running. Marvel just uses legacy numbers. They get a new writer on that shit. It's Spider-Man #1 version fucking 3000. DC's just like, yeah, we got a new creative team on board for Detective Comics number 1872. Have fun. Which is just why I've always considered DC Comics a nightmare to try and read. Their Black Label stuff's good, though. Mainly because it's like self-contained shit. Ugh. Well, I mean, speaking of like East versus West comics, now that I've brought up both of them in the same discussion, I've always found it kind of weird when people like do like a one-to-one comparison between the two, because like the biggest difference with manga is that it's one dude for the entire lifespan of the character, barring like a few things. Like, I'm sure there's a couple stories out there where it's like different artists and writers and shit, but not to the extent of like Western comics. Because like when you talk about like when you talk about JoJo, you're talking about like the parts and the arcs. Actually, really, it's just the parts and the fights within them. You're not sitting there going like, oh yeah, you know, what did you guys think about Oda's run on JoJo? Like that's not a sentence that happens, because it's just a Rocky. You know, it's Rocky's vision start to end. But with like Western comics, I can sit here and I can go like, let's use my favorite Western comics character, good old Moon Knight. Like, you're really not discussing like arcs in the same way as manga. You're talking about different creative teams pulling the characters in sometimes wildly different directions. Like, the Bendis run of Moon Knight sucked. because Bendis decided to go off and do his own thing with Moon Knight that was barely Moon Knight. And it was just some fucking shallow copycat of other superheroes, and it was god awful. But then you have like the all new, all different run. I can never remember who wrote that. Who wrote the all new, all different? I can't remember. You have like the all new, all different run, which was great. Honestly, the Moon Knight Disney Plus show should have just been the all new, all different run put to television. It would have worked so much better than what we got with bloody Moon Knight. The TV. Oh god. The Moon Knight Disney Plus. Oh, that hurt. That hurt. The only it might turn around in season 2. That's really the best I can say about it. Is that it might turn around if it gets a season 2. But I mean, if you're saying that about it, is it really a good show? I don't think so. It was, oh god, what they did to Steven. Oh, Steven's supposed to be the sociable one, not this fucking awkward goofball they made him. Like, Steven's supposed to be the one that has his shit together compared to Mark and Jake. Which, speaking of Jake, how do you take one of the most nuanced characters when it comes to the depiction of mental health in comics and give him a fucking evil personality? How do you manage that? Like, and then like every major fight scene had a fucking cutaway in it because Jake came out, and we can't show what Jake does because the other two aren't aware of Jake. And that's the framing device we've been using throughout the entire series, is that we're following Steven, and Steven blacks out when Mark takes over, and once Steven's aware of Mark, we get to see what Mark does. Fuck, god, that show pissed me off so much. Oh, I will say it did Khonshu well. Like, they rode the middle of Khonshu's personality, where they can basically take him to any extreme that's been depicted of Khonshu, and you could see how he would develop like that. Like, you can see Khonshu becoming like a genuine like father figure to Mark, and you can also see him becoming a horrible abuser to Mark. But oh god, that's like the one good thing I can say about the show. Oh. Oh, 1914, we're in the Great War, chat. Oh, shit, something fell. Ugh. Those just some napkins, I think. Yeah, just some napkins. I need to clean up my fucking desk, honestly. It's become a war zone since midterms, and I haven't sat down and cleaned it up. Oh god. But yeah, like, oh, why do you keep... What? Oh. Sorry, just got a weird let me mute my phone so it's not pinging. Got a weird text. Oh. But yeah, like back to the like Eastern comics versus Western comics thing. Like you get different. There's a lot more variability with Western comic characters. I think it's the easiest way of saying it. Like you know how Oda's going to write Luffy. Same way, like we know how Rocky's gonna write Jotaro, because it's one guy writing one character throughout the entire run. It's very consistent usually. Whereas like with Western comics, you know, you get like the big highs of like oh my god, I'm blanking on Lemire. That's you get the big highs of like the Lemire and the McKay run. And then you get Bendis. Which is, you know, just the sort of problem with Western comics is that you have to follow like the individual writers around to get good stories half the time. Because you'll have Al Ewing come in and he will tell an amazing story with the Hulk that does so much character development. And then Donny Cates comes in and he says, hey, fuck all that. We're going in my direction. And we're trampling on all that development Ewing did. And you just have to sit there and watch. Because it's Cates' book now. Cates is writing Hulk, and I didn't pick up the Hulk run. I read that fucking synopsis and I dipped. That was not going to be a good follow-up to the Immortal Hulk, man. That was just, there was no way. And like, I think the like one good thing that comes out of this scenario with Western comics is that you learn how authors write a lot more, and you learn to pay attention to who's writing, because it's like you can look at authors and you can look at like who had it previously and how the new author writes, and you can say this isn't going to end well. Like, let's use the Hulk for example. Al Ewing came in to the Immortal Hulk. Big lore shakeup, big character development. Ends the story. Phenomenal story. Read the Immortal Hulk, chat. Read it. It's good. Even if you don't like the Hulk. That was the first Hulk book I read. I loved it. And then it's followed up by Donny Cates. And if you know Donny Cates, that's a warning sign. Because we just got done a big lore shake-up character development story. And they're bringing in Cates, who's very well known for coming into character, for taking a character and doing a big lore shake-up and big character development. And it's like, Mr. Cates, we just got done with one of those. You're going to ruin things if you do this. And what do you know? He ruined things. Who could have seen that coming? You also just find authors who you read enough of them to know you'll like pretty much anything they write. Like if you tell me, if you walk up to me and you say, hey, did you want to read this new comic by James Tynion? I'm not even gonna ask you what it's about. I'm gonna say, give me that fucking book. It's written by James Tynion. Because that man writes good shit. Same with like Jeff Lemire or Jed McKay. You say any of those three names to me when handing me a comic book, I'm not even gonna ask you what it's about. I'm just gonna open it. Just gonna start reading. Because those three dudes are fucking quality authors, man. Same thing with there was a I'm stupid behind on comics, so I haven't gotten to read it yet. There was a new Black Label John Constantine book. And I will tell you guys exactly how far I got in the preview. I read that the author was Cy Spurrier, and I said, I want that. Because it's Cy. You know, Cy Spurrier's already done a run on Constantine. He knows the character. He writes Constantine stupid well. Like, that's all I needed. It's Cy Spurrier on John Constantine. Cy Spurrier knows Constantine. Like, that's it. That's all we needed. But like, in getting that, you kind of lose the, like, here's one guy who's been writing one story for 50 years that you get with, actually, is it even 50? It's like One Piece is probably the longest one that's had one author, and that started in the 90s, didn't it? So 30 years? Yeah, you lose the thing of like one guy writing one comic for 30 years, and that sort of like legacy. Although that still exists in Western comics. I'm pretty sure what's his name? The guy who does Spawn, I'm pretty sure he's written every issue of Spawn, and that's been going for a while. But it's not the norm over here. Cool. You have to go to the indie scene to get that stuff, whereas that's just like the norm over in Japan, and I don't know. You trade like stability and the ability to change the status quo, because that's another problem with non-indie books over here, is that like I think the funniest example of how unchangeable the status quo is that Marvel has basically established Peter Parker's kid, but it's not allowed to exist in any mainline comic. Like, it's to the point where you can actively tell you're reading a like Elseworld comic because Mayday exists. It's like, oh god, Peter has a kid. We're not in the main timeline anymore, boys. Because Mayday's just not allowed to fucking exist in the main timeline. Because they have to keep resetting Peter to the status quo. Oh. I don't know. I find it amusing. I don't really read Spider-Man, so I'm not frustrated by that. I'm pretty sure Spider-Man fans are fucking frothing at the mouth over that. But like, you don't have that shit in Japan, and that's like the one... I'd say that's like the one big positive difference. Is it like there's no real status quo with any of these big series that needs to be followed. But I think there's also the rotating authors can also help Western stuff be good. You just it's just not going to be like consistently good. And then like book sales. I've seen people who ramble on about how the comics industry is dying. Because, oh my god, look at how well Demon Slayer is selling compared to the entire Western market. And I don't think these people realize that in the West, we experience manga through a filter. Because the flops don't make it to the bookshelves over here. Right? Like, you don't see... I'm trying to think of a good flop. You don't see... Oh, what was their name? The Warriors? Oh, I can't remember. It got the New Warriors or something. I can't even remember. It got canceled. Remember that? Snowflake and Safe Space. Oh, that was awful. I just love the fact it got canned before it even got released. But like those things in Japan don't even make it over here to us. Okay, they die in Japan and they go like, it's not worth it to translate it into English and publish. Right? Like we're getting the like primo manga from Japan if it's in bookshelves here, bookstores here. You know? Ugh. So it's like, yeah, of course Demon Slayer and Chainsaw Man outsell the like mid Batman run that's currently going. Because you're comparing like the equivalent of like oh, I just had it in my head. I knew the book I wanted to use. What was the name? It was that Alex Ross art. Oh. Shit. That's gonna bug me now. Hold on. Hold up. DC comic interior Alex Ross. Kingdom Come, that's the one. That's the name. It's when you compare Demon Slayer to like the current Batman run, like 90% of the time, that's like comparing Kingdom Come to the current Batman run, you know? Because like, we're not getting like the 4 5s out of 10s over here from Japan. Like we're getting the 7s, 8s, 9s, 10s. So just I've always found that like a weird comparison. Uh-oh, 1945. We're in the spicy war. Oh boy. Itsutsu. No, he doesn't. Yeah, I've just always found that comparison funny. Like, whoa, that's crazy. You're telling me that the big 10 out of 10 book from Japan that made it through the fucking translation filter is better than 90% of comics in the West? Who could have seen that coming? Not me. Oh my god. Oh man, it's fucking like culture war bullshit half the time, and I'm just so fucking done with that. Can't we just enjoy things anymore, chat? Can we just enjoy things without having to have fucking Twitter tantrums about how it's woke or it's problematic? I just want to enjoy things. I don't I don't give a shit that heel versus babyface is having a meltdown because Starfield asked him what his pronouns were. I care that Starfield is a boring, devoid game that lacks any real form of content. But no, we have to have the fucking culture war conversation. And it. It's so tiring, chat. Like, have you seen the shit around Stellar Blade? Like, this. Oh, God. The Stellar Blade shit is fucking me up. Mainly because I've seen an article where they were bitching about the main character of Stellar Blade's design, while at the same time praising Bayonetta and 2B. And it's just like, why is there... Do you hear? I just cracked open a water bottle and there's like... Yeah, okay. Like, they're sitting there and they're gassing up 2B and Bayonetta. And like, I'm old enough to remember when Nier Automata came out. Okay? I remember the fucking shitstorm that was surrounding that, of people calling it weird and fetishistic, because why is a combat android running around in a short skirt and heels? And now these people are like, oh, the Stellar Blade design, it's not like 2B. Like, what the fuck? 2B's okay now? I don't... I've honestly given up trying to follow the fucking outrage in video games. It's so annoying. People just need to shut up. Honestly. But oh, it is so frustrating. And it just keeps happening. Like, people just keep finding the stupidest shit to complain about. Like, granted, I don't think anything is gonna top the fucking heel versus babyface meltdown for a while. Because that was... Oh, that was gold. Bro's like fucking 40. Blowing a gasket over the game asking him for his pronouns. Like, I just legitimately like don't get the pronoun thing. Like, everybody has pronouns, dipshit. They came free with your fucking language. Like, what's the problem here? You've turned a piece of grammar into a partisan issue. Do you not realize how fucking stupid that is? Like, God, and oh, it's just I just hate so much of Twitter. Twitter just sucks, honestly, because it promotes shit like that. Worse than YouTube, you know? Because, like, at least on YouTube, like, yeah, like, rage bait and shit like that works, but it's not everything. Yeah, no, I'm gonna get a new water ball. That's got some weird ass fucking dust in the grooves. I don't know what the fuck it is, so I'm not gonna put my lips on it. I'll drain it into a cup or something. Uh, ugh. Yeah, it's just so tiring to try and like stay up to date with video. Because I'm just trying to like look out for new game releases, right? That's all I want. And like people just can't shut up about the stupidest shit. Oh, speaking of game news. Hold on. Show me this one. Well, it's resetting. I need to grab a picture. Crow Country released a new promotional ad on Twitter, and oh, I love it. Bop. We can do run. Well, it's loading. Bop, bop. No, that minion doesn't suit me actually. Get him out of here. Come on, load the. Is this the one? No, this is the announcement of the demo. Where there it is. On. I'll save it and I'll put it up on stream. Oh. Just stream files. Do that. Go. Pokemon source image. Okay, image file routes load. Documents file where I keep all the stuff for streams. That, like, look at the. I love this ad, man. Like, this is something you would see in like fucking Nintendo Power. It. I was already hyped for the game. Seeing them make this as their advertisement, like, oh, it hit that nostalgic sweet spot, man. It hit that nostalgic sweet spot hard. Like, it's got the same energy as, like, we're gonna cover up Minion and Moz with it. As oh, I wonder if I can find it. There was a ad in Nintendo Power for Monster Hunter 3 that has like the exact same energy. Nintendo Power. Please. Please. Come on. Is it not on the internet? I don't. Fishing ad? Is it not on the... No. Oh, man. Look, guy. There it is. There it is. I found it. Found it. This is it. Hold on. We can do a... We can do a minion before I show it. Nope. Image. Okay. Stream files. Put her in there. What's that? Didn't close anything important. No, good. Oop. Oop. Yeah. Pop this minion up. No. Yeah, it has the exact same energy as this one. The browse. Like, this is the kind of ad it reminded me of, and I love it so. I love this kind of shit, man. Like, it's... Oh, this right here is like the worst casualty of gaming magazines dying. Is these like goofy ass ads. Like, and I am so glad Pro Country brought that back, man. Like that, this right here in the bottom of my screen right now, that's a double page spread from Nintendo Power, man. That's just something you would have seen. I miss these ads, man. I'm so glad Pro Country is bringing those back. Oh, I cannot wait for that game to come out. We're playing that day one. I don't care where we are in the current game. We're playing that day one. Oh, because it's gonna be gold. Oh man, I that game's gonna be so good. Like, the demo was great. I can't wait for it. I am gonna be right back. I just wanna load in. We're gonna stand here. We're gonna stare at the Sulkin. I actually don't have an AFK message on this one. I'm just gonna pop up the Crow County ad. There we go. That's my AFK message. Key. Need my key, or else I'm gonna get locked out. We don't want that, do we, chat? Alright, I'm back. Take the ad down. Stop looking at the cell kid. And you hand over the Pokemon. No, wrong Pokemon. Wrong one, my dude. You gotta hand over the shiny one eventually. Just get it over with, man. That is not getting it over with. That is struggling against me in the inevitable. I am so happy to see that style of ad come back, man. Like, it's... Oh... It hits me right here in my cold, dead, shriveled heart. And it gets it to beat for a second or two. Oh... You know what else would get that cold, dead, shriveled heart beating? A shiny minion. Come on. We're in the 70s. Ugh. Ugh. No. No, not that one. Not that minion. We need the other minion, dude. Also, I'm getting better at this, man. We went nearly 2 hours before I really ran out of shit to talk about. We're doing it, chat. We're becoming a streamer. We're learning how to yap constantly. And that's like the biggest role, that's like the biggest skill a streamer can have, is the ability to yap. Now we just need to make the yapping funny, and we've made it. We've made it, chat. We just need to make the yapping funny now. How do you do that? I don't know, chat. I'm clinically unfunny. But... Oh. Oh, we're nearly at 1984. Actually, this is 1984. Yeah. Typical. It's just like that book I never read. That's a lie. I actually have read 1984. It's alright. Like, it literally turned... Like, the back quarter... From like halfway to 3/4 of the way through the book, it's just a lore dump. It's literally a character sitting there and going like, this is how the world got so bad. And this is why it's so garbage. Don't you see? This totalitarianism? It's bad. And this is how it's bad. And it's like, we get it. We get it. Living in the UK sucks. I already read V for Vendetta, I know that. I've seen pictures of Bristol. I shouldn't say that, I don't know how bad Bristol is. What's a really, like, garbage city in Britain? I don't know, man. I'm Canadian, like, what's the British equivalent of, like, Vancouver? Or Philly. I don't know. Any Brits in chat? No. No Brits. But it's 1989. No minion. Oh. Yeah. Hand him over. No. We're nearly at odds. Uh, ba, ba, ba. Start. Come on. Hand them over. You know what, actually, you know what I want to know from you, chat, or VOD viewers, if you're still here? What are some games that are coming out that you're like really excited for? Like as excited as I am for Crow Country. What's like your like most anticipated game? Because I'm curious to know what you guys are looking forward to coming out. Because like there's like so many indie games coming out now, and then there's pretty decent chance that like whatever you're like super hyped for, I've never even heard of. Because they just keep coming out. Like it's wild to me how many games are coming out now. Oh, come on. 1995. No. Ugh. I think we'll call stream at 2100. I think that sounds good. It'll probably be what, 2.5 hours? Yeah, pretty good. I mean, reset Shiny Run has been on the shorter side for streams just because it is reset grinds aren't fun. They're just not fun, chat. You just sit here, you look at the same, go through the intro, you load the character, you go through the 3 lines of dialogue. And we don't get the minion we want, so we go again. 1999, woo, Y2K. Look out, the computers are about to explode or whatever. Oh god. And nope. 2000, woo. Ugh. Bop, bop. Ugh. Come on. And over. The shiny, dude, come on. Ugh. Like, I don't get how many minions we have to go through here before you actually, like, hand over the dude. Because it's getting pretty frustrating, my guy. You just refuse to hand him over. And, like, I know we're not at odds yet and all of that, but, like, could you make a little exception? This is a reset grind. Like, they're agonizing, my dude. They're agonizing. And you're dragging it on. And still he continues to drag it on. Yeah. No. Wrong minion. 2006. What happened in 2006? That's a good question. What did happen in 2006? 07? Similar question. What the hell happened in 07? Oh, 08, that was the housing crash. We actually had a, I'm doing like a history economics combo course. And we had a discussion about like who in the class remembers the 08 crash. And pretty much everybody in that class says we remember the like, what was it, like 2014 oil crash way more. Probably because of the province we're in, but like nobody fucking remembered 08. Even though that hit like the fucking world, dude. All because the Americans decided to get a little funny with their housing market. Oh my god. The story behind that is just incredible. It's like, hey, what if we make some like, what if we give out some like really bad mortgages? Like mortgages to people who we're pretty sure aren't going to pay them back. And then we try and turn them into like a stock by combining a bunch of these probably failed mortgages into something that we tell people is a lot more secure. And then when it all comes crumbling down, we ruin the entire economy for the world. Because, like, that's what happened. It's wild to me. No. No, 2014. I'm sure something interesting happened in 2014. 2012 was when the world was supposed to end. And I would like to ask if anybody's ever really felt alive since then. You never know. Maybe it did. Maybe this is just purgatory. It would explain a lot, honestly. 2016. When that funny little guy won the US presidency. A whole bunch of shit happened. Oh god. Dude. Keep giving the normal minions, man. Could you hand over the dude. No. No, we can't. Uh, ugh. Come on. Your name. Yeah, it's you know it. You know it. We've been through this over 2,000 times. My dude. Feel like you should have remembered my name by now. It's a little insulting that you haven't, actually, if we're being honest with ourselves. Like, it's real insulting, man. You still don't remember my name. You just keep asking me for it. Like, are you good? Did you suffer a head injury? Are you having, like, short-term memory loss? Enough with the purple minions. But, come on. No. No, no, no. Not that. Come on. Uh, 28. No, 20 to odds. Ugh. No, 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 no. Park. Oh, quit it. Just handle more, please. Please, dude. No, that is not what we're after. For that. Start. So you? No. No, no, no. None of that. Yeah, that's starting to get tired. But we're 13 to odds. Oh. No. Come on. Come on. Oh. What's the name? Come on, it's you. No. 2040. No. Yeah. Oh, come on. No. Come on. Oh. No. For the odds. Read odds. No. Come on. 24/7. Nope. 2048. And with that, we've hit odds, chat. I don't have the odds calculator up right now, but I'm pretty sure that means we're at like a 70% chance of having a shiny, which is pretty good. Above 2050. Uh, so, uh, uh, Tony, it's that. I've told you this so many times, my guy, my dude. And you keep forgetting. It's getting hurtful at this point, honestly. Like, please, just remember my name. Dude. He has to be doing this on purpose. Constantly forgetting my name, man. It's just... Is it some kind of cruel joke? What's Loon Pup doing? Damn. Can't really spam that. Ugh. Uh, 54. 1. No. Seven. Oh, jeez. Yeah, what's your name? Sparkle. Oh, this Pokemon's for you. Cool. Oh, great. Nope. Next. Uh, What's your name? It's for you. Up. Start it. No. 60. Oh, sorry. It's not 7. We're not at 70 yet. We're at 63 and a half. I put it into the calculator. We've gone, well, pretty decent ways over halfway. Wow. Ugh. Start. No. Come on. Oh, no. Please. Please, mister. Nope. Oh. Up. Sparkle. No. Come on. Dude, come on. Just I hand them over at this point. My hand is starting to cramp up from hammering the enter button. Oh. Oh, man. Start up. You know, I actually wonder. I'm statistically curious. When does this become? Oh no. I wanted to see when we get to like statistically guaranteed. So I put a 1 in front of our current total, and that's only 99.7. Oh no. When does this become statistically guaranteed? Like what is the worst possible luck we can have? Oh god. 30k encounters? 40? 40? 44? Oh my god. 49,000 approximately. Oh god. That's that's not a fun statistical fact. That is a concerning statistical fact. Oh jeez. Come on. Let's just get to 2100 color stream. Shiny or no. It don't matter. Doesn't bother me. It bothers me a lot, actually. It bothers me a lot. It bothers me a lot. And that one's still green. Ugh. Up. Nope. Not him. We got 19 more this stream. And then we call it. Ugh. Ugh. Oh. You know, starting this series has made me understand why when you see shiny hunters, they have like fucking 12 Game Boys open at the same time. It makes it so much more bearable. And I think that's my favorite part about watching shiny hunters is that they'll have like the fucking 12 Game Boys set up and they're sitting there playing it like a damn pipe organ to get encounters. Ooh, 85. No, none of that. 2088. And here we come. Oh, I missed 2077. I skipped right over it. Yeah. No, no Night City jokes for me. Yeah, yeah. No. Blah. 91. Up. Come on. My name. There you go, buddy. One more time. What? Ugh. Hand it over. Right here. Right now. Hand him over. Ah, you. You. Man. Come on, man. Ugh. Ugh. Okay, here we go. Final three. Up. Come on. No. 2099. Last one in the stream. And it is not shiny. All right. I'm going to call it here for the night. I hope you guys enjoyed the yapping, and I will see you tomorrow when we are back with Radiata Stories. If you guys enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Have a good night, everybody.